So the second question I'm going to make up now is going to be, what am I doing to combat the algorithm for Facebook and Insta? And yes, I probably will use Vero to some extent. I probably will just keep it burning in the background. I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I have to, just like you guys, I only have a certain amount of time and I have to divvy it up, and making content takes a lot of time and thinking at the content, and I have other stuff going on, so I can't just go, don't worry, I'll just whack another 2 hours in my day and go into Vero, because I'm noticing as well that all of a sudden people can't get hold of me on Facebook because I get too many messages. All of a sudden everyone's messaging my Vero account. So then go to me, and I'll message everyone back, because I've got that booked in this week. But I tell you what I am going to do is I will keep these things burning, but at the moment, if I can't get the traction from Facebook for whatever reason, I'll go elsewhere. And so for me, I'm looking at my personal content, and this is what you guys need to do. You need to look at your personal content and what you do in the band, and you need to say, right, what platform fits what I want to achieve. Now, right now, if I look across the board at my content and the best platform for me, it's YouTube all the way. It's 100% YouTube, because I make long form content. It's evergreen, which basically means that people are still watching my content from 2 years ago when they find it. YouTube does the opposite of the Facebook algorithm. Facebook is squeezing that and saying, you can't see this unless you pay for it, or unless it's so amazing that everybody wants to comment on it. And so therefore, I've got 20,000 people on Facebook, and I put out a comment last night asking for questions, which I used to get, between Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, I used to get 40 or 50 questions. Out of the 20,000 people, 218 people reached. 218. And I still got, I still got two shares, and I got plenty of questions. And Facebook just kind of went, stop it, no more.
And also, whatever reach you get, you only ever get a percentage of the reach, engagement as well, and so it really cuts it down.
It used to be between 10 and 20% until you got really good reach, and then it's cut down to 2%. What are you doing? Can't do. So for me, I'm looking at it, Facebook, I'm going to keep burning, I'm going to keep going with it, but YouTube does the opposite thing. YouTube for me, for the first year, it was a real struggle, and I just kept going. I'm going to keep making content, I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to keep learning, I'm going to keep studying it, but more importantly, I'm going to keep trying to make content that goes out to people. Then I hit 1,000 subscribers, and YouTube almost it just opened the door a bit more. And it just kind of went, this guy's put the time in. He's got his 1,000, and I'm not Peter McKinnon. I can't get 1 million subscribers in a year, because I'm not that creative, or Casey Neistat. But as soon as I hit 1,000, all of a sudden I hit 1,100 within a space of 2 weeks. And to get to 2,000 then took me 5 months to get the extra 1,000. So it took me a year to get to 1,000, then 5 months to get to 2,000. I reckon I'll hit the next 1,000 within the next 2 months, I reckon. So all of a sudden, it's really motoring. I'm getting 15 to 20 people add me every day. I'm not doing anything different. But my content is now out there, and the little spiders are kind of creeping out. The little, the roots of the tree are creeping out, and so therefore YouTube is helping me. YouTube's saying, do you know what? You're taking us seriously. We're going to take you seriously, and more people are seeing it. And then more people are seeing it. More people are liking and subscribing. More people are doing that, the more people are seeing it. And it's just going round and round and round in circle, but it's over a long period of time with multiple pieces of content, whereas Facebook just says, I'm going to put a piece of content out, we'll see. We'll see how good you are.
And it doesn't change really depending on...
So what it means then is, when you're putting out content, it's almost like you can't put throwaway content out. So every piece of content now, it feels like you put out on Facebook, has to be either incredible, life-changing, or be prepared to stick your hand in your wallet and actually pay a decent amount of money. Like you said, you boosted a post and you just got so much less than you had in the past. And then it's like,
how much money do I have to put in to reach what I need?
And how off-putting is that when you just go, look, I'm happy to pay, and then you pay and go, is that all I get?
Yeah.
I used to get 3 times for the money. So
and also on the flip side, it's frustrating as a consumer as well, because obviously like we don't all want to be seeing adverts all the time, but there are pages that I follow, including yours, that like I want to see the content come up.
Yeah.
And if you're only reaching 200 people, that means loads of people who are following you just won't see it, even if they want to.
And then you start having to go in and saying, do you know what you can do? You can go in your settings and of course you can do that, but who's going to do that?
No one. But I haven't done that for anyone ever, and there's loads of people that I'm interested in seeing, but you don't think to go and do it.
I've got about 4 people on my Instagram that I've hit the bell.
Yeah.
And but the amount of people that are telling me to hit the bell, and I'm like, I'm not going to hit the bell.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work like that. So, we are in a transition. Facebook have made their choice. They've made their decision. What I'm going to do about that is I'm going to relook at what I'm doing, and I'm going to change my content, and I'm going to change the way it's delivered, so that, because this is all about how I can get my message to as many people as possible. And so therefore at the moment, if I need to, I will just make small pieces of content for Facebook to keep it rolling, and I'll push all of my stuff to YouTube. That's me personally, because if you look at the way I make content, that works for me. Some people would do the same thing, where I've noticed a lot of people, Alexis, who commented on my post yesterday, asked about Instagram, because he just said, I'm being squeezed the life out of Facebook. I think I'm going to go across to Instagram. Just so you're aware, you'll still have a very similar thing on Instagram. Don't forget, they're owned by the same company, and so you're getting a lot of sponsors now on Instagram. So therefore, Instagram's saying, we want that money. We want it to come up. So it's growing on Instagram is becoming harder than it was. So I do think there will be a new. Some kind of platform or a new thing. The other thing is, we're talking social media. What this is about very, very simply, how are you going to get your message out there?
Yeah.
And if that is going back to the 1980s and just hand delivering flyers through the door, or whether it's going out on tour like it used to be, or whether it's social media, whatever it is, if social media dies, it's the same thing. It's just the next thing is, how do we get the message out there? It used to be PR companies. Now it's social media companies. If social media dies because all of us just go, oh, that was a thing, the next thing will come along and it'll be called something else, and we will all jump on the bandwagon of that. This is about how you can get your message out there as cheap, or hopefully as free as possible, and playing the game. And at the moment, I'm looking around, and I suggest you guys do the same thing, which for me is YouTube. And I'm gonna have a go at Vero. I'm not gonna put loads of time into it, but if it does start to take off, you better believe I want to be there.
Yeah.
But also, I think there are people who will win on Vero because they'll go all in. Because there will be people that just say, fuck it, I'm not getting anything on Facebook or Instagram. I'm going to go full into Vero, and they will become Vero stars. Just like we used to have Vine stars. Yeah. Just like there's an app called Musical LY, which a lot of people will know about and a lot of people won't know about. But, there's a girl on there, I can't remember her name, but there's a baby somewhere. There's a girl on there, she's got like millions and millions of followers on Musical LY, and she makes millions of pounds. And no one knows who she is unless you're on Musical.ly, and it's a thing, 'cause it's a very young platform. But she just went all in on it. She saw it, she loved it, she went for it, she fitted in.
Quite a good opportunity, maybe, a new platform coming up, getting ahead.
Yeah. But at the moment, what I would look at is making specific so it might be that you make content less, but you put a bit of time into the distribution side, where, for me, I decided I was going to make content every single day, which means the distribution side is tougher, because I haven't got as much time to sit and actually start going onto Facebook and saying, going to Facebook forums or chats or other things and saying, here's my video, which if I was in a band, I would. If I had, when you make a music video, if I had that music video, I would put money into sponsoring that, because I would want people to see that, and then I would be there, because I wouldn't be making videos every day. I would be there for 2 to 3 hours, which is probably what I spend every day on designing and making the content. I would spend that on going onto these platforms and distributing it and telling people, do you know about my band? Can I show you this? And just going again and again and again and again and again. Yeah. So that is what I'm going to do. I am going to change the way I'm doing content. I'm going to make it more YouTube friendly, if needs be, and YouTube starts to take off more than anyone else. And when I say take off, I don't just mean numbers, but I mean engagement and how it works. If needs be, I'll go all in on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, which I'm noticing there's some big guys out there who are going very all in on YouTube. When I look at people like, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk is the master of this. Gary's all in on YouTube at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, he went through a phase of being all in on Snapchat, and now all of a sudden, you know, he's got teams of people that make him content and stick it out on his platforms. But YouTube is the one thing where he's like, I'm there, I'm in the room.
Yeah.
And, you know, Facebook seems to just regurgitate. I don't even get to see his Facebook stuff. And there's other people who do the same thing, you know, big sort of promoters and marketeers who are doing that.
Yeah. Okay, cool.